We just had Devin Powell on talking about his ruptured testicle injury that he suffered while rolling with Joe Lozon. Have you ever heard of an injury like this in jiu-jitsu, martial arts? You've been in the game a long time. Have you ever heard of something like this?
That's so funny you tell me this
Oh,
because
God.
the first time Sensei Boss Rutan came to Colorado to train for his camp against Kevin Roundelman, I was sparring with the Kyokushin black belt. His name is baby Kiyotaka Komatsu. It's a
Okay.
Kyokushin black belt. I threw a round kick. Take threw a front kick and kicked me right in my boys. And yes, my right testicle
What?
was broken. So
Come
I'm
on.
right there with you guys.
Are
It
you
happened to
serious?
me. I'm sitting here with a boy and a half, I guess I should say. Yeah, I have half of one of my boys are gone because that happened to me also. So I'm listening to the story and I'm like, wait a minute, is this the same thing that happened to me? So I don't know what happened to him, but I got kicked in my groin and one of my boys broke
Oh.
actually. So they had to go in and do emergency surgery. So I'm right there with you, baby. Look at that coincidence.
Wow. I had no idea when I booked you two back
Yeah.
to back that you've actually experienced the same thing. This is blowing my
I
mind right
don't
now.
really talk about my injuries and like cry about things, right? But I will say this. I didn't say anyone's crying, but I will say this. When I got kicked in the groin, I wasn't wearing a cup. That was my fault,
Oh.
but I didn't go down. I stayed on my feet.
Oh. And you had surgery?
Yes, sir. Emergency surgery. My buddy Oscar Martinez was driving down one way, is going the opposite direction to get me to the
Oh.
hospital. I was in a good amount of pain, but I have 3 healthy, happy children now, so I'm good. And that was quite a few years ago, because again, that was the year that Boss Rutan fought Kevin Roundelman when he won the
Yeah.
UFC title.
So you had your 3 kids after that, right? No problems.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Oh
No
my God.
problems.
And you had a whole career. You had a whole
Gets my
great
counts.
career. No, you didn't think
Yep.
twice about this career choice after suffering something like that.
Oh, that's funny you say that because I've been thinking a lot lately about decisions and career choices and things like that. And I've always been set since I was a kid. I knew I was going to be a world champion and have my own academy, and not really looking at any bumps in the road, but only focusing on the goal and the task at hand, which is to win a world title and then have my own academy. And that happened. So, case in point, keep your focus, guys. Keep your focus.
Oh my Lord, this is crazy. Wait, so why have you been thinking about career choices and things like that lately?
Well, just because I'll make sure that what I've done in the past, I'm doing the right steps in the future, and making sure that I've taken all the lessons I've learned in the past and make sure that I'm putting them in the correct direction to help other people become better martial artists and human beings now, and not really necessarily career path. Well, because I think if it wasn't martial arts, how good would I be at another field? So that's my point, because I've reached a pretty good high level as a competitor and the highest level as, I guess, a coach as well.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, if I was an engineer or if I was something else, how good I would have been at those subjects.
Do you have regrets? Like, do you think, oh, I wonder what my life would be like if I did this, took this path, that path?
Regrets. Well, yeah, I have some freaking regrets for sure. Like I have technical regrets of things that have happened during matches and fights, right? Just little things that still actually irk me. From when I fought Gomi, that fight still bugs me. When I fought Joe Parr, that fight still bugs me because the preparation leading up to him weren't the best. So I feel like I could have done more. So I guess they're just personal regrets, not pointing the finger at anybody or anything else. But for sure, there's things I look at the past and I wish I could have done better. That's for sure.
How are things with the academy now? Coaching a professional student. Just how do you feel about where your life is at right now?
So yeah, that's another decision because I had some fights this weekend. I had 2 of my guys fight and they both lost. And I thought, if I was doing what I used to do and run a fight team, I feel they would have done better. But me personally, I'm super happy and I just love teaching martial arts and I'm with my family a lot more often, a lot less traveling, even though I have a huge seminar coming up this weekend.
Yes, I was
But
gonna ask you.
because this goes back to career choices and things
Yeah.
in the realm of, I guess, regret. But life right now is good. I don't run a professional fight team. I work with a couple individual fighters, but I focus on just teaching martial arts to martial artists, not really catering to the fight world. And it's not stressful. I'll say that much. It's pretty rewarding and enjoyable.
You prefer that? Like, are you happier when you're dealing with
What do I
kids
prefer?
as opposed to the
Well, I
fight team
don't teach
stuff?
the kids classes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't teach kids classes. My focus is helping people become better martial artists and human beings because what I ask them to do are just simple things like showing up on time, bowing on the mat, being a respectable person, being accountable, and having those things in the brain carry over into other subjects in life. So that's how I'm helping them become better human beings. But, you know, if I was running a fight team, I'd have the best fighters. If I was running a martial art academy, I have the best martial art academy, and that's what I have now. I have really good martial artists. So life is enjoyable, that's for sure. Ariel, how are you doing, my
I'm
friend?
doing great. Thanks for asking. I mean, I've just heard
Yeah,
about two
nice shirt. I
individuals.
see the shirt looking
Thank you,
smooth as
thank you, thank
always. I
you.
see the figures up
I've
there.
I've
But
never
yeah,
ruptured my testicles, so you know, thank God for that, and I hope to never rupture them. You
I hope you
mentioned.
don't ever have it happen either, sir.
Oh God, no. You mentioned the seminar. Tell us about the seminar. You're coming to this neck of the woods, right? You're
Yes,
coming to
sir.
New York.
Yes, sir. I'll be in New York this weekend. It'll be me, Boss Rue, and TJ Dillashaw. We have Andy Sauer. We have Shinzo Machida. We also have Shane Faison. We're going to be doing a 3-day seminar, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Queens College for the Super Seminar Series. It's a seminar series that's going to be traveling the world and, you know, collecting the best martial artists to teach and share and help out, give back, uplift, and inspire. So it's good to be a part of this. I'm super excited to get all these martial artists together and pick their brain, because one thing that I pride myself on doing is being the Google of martial arts, you know, condensing and bringing together all the real stuff that actually works in a combative situation, but trained safe and effectively. Because even if it's a common member or TJ Dillashaw, it's the same goals. I have to keep them healthy and happy and get them to improve. So finding the rhythms and the patterns to do that and to be successful and keep everybody healthy and happy has been my current focus in life.
I like that. The Google of martial arts or mixed martial arts. If someone says, so is this open to the public?
Yes, sir. It is open to the public.
If someone comes up to you and says, "Bang, I heard you talking about this seminar on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani," what do they get? Do they get something? Do they get to give you some kind of
I'm
leg
gonna
kick?
give them a hug.
A
I'm gonna
hug?
give them
Okay,
a hug and a couple extra minutes of attention just to make sure their technique is
perfect.
correct. Because if they're a friend of the family,
Yes.
then I'm a friend of them as well.
All right. So you heard it here. Go take advantage of that. Now, you mentioned TJ Dillashaw. You knew that I was going to ask about him. Where do things
Yes,
stand?
sir.
Because I'm starting to feel, Bang, quite frankly, that this super fight is kind of slipping away. I'm kind of getting a little worried here. Where do things stand as far as TJ? Last week we had Demetrious on the show, and he said talks are dormant. So what's going on?
Well, what's going on? To be honest, I don't know. I'm not actually in the conference calls with his management team and so on. But I would really love to see the fight with Demetrious Johnson. That's the fight I want to see the most, as the fan, as a trainer, as a martial artist. That's what I want to see, and it's the super big money fight. I mean, what other fight is there for TJ that's a money fight?
Hmm. You were
Demetrious,
against
right?
you were open you were openly against the idea of fighting Cody in March, right? You said no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this in
Well,
March.
I
We're not
just
doing
feel that
this.
he needs to earn and deserve. He needs
Go
to
ahead.
earn and deserve his title. You know, he got knocked out in the second round. He hasn't earned anything. So, yeah, he needs to earn and deserve it. I feel that the better fight is against Demetrius. You know, I mean, Cody was pretty. You know, we got dropped in the first round, but that was us falling away from the game plan. But once we got back to the game plan and changed things up, then we were much more successful. But I mean, do you honestly feel that Cody deserves a rematch, an immediate rematch?
I think it is a perfect time right now to do the Demetrius fight because obviously
Thank you.
DJ doesn't have any clear-cut contender right now. Like it would be good to give that division some time to form a line,
Yes, to
you know,
build it
those
up.
exactly. And so this is the time because I love the story of TJ going down to try to stop the streak. That's what he wants to do. It's a great story. And we've been talking about it for a year. Although my fear is, and maybe you have a different take, my fear is TJ said thanks, but no thanks in March because he just had a kid. I thought he had very valid reasons. I think he was well in his right to say no. And I feel like he's going to get punished now and they're not going to give him the fight anymore because there's even some reports that, and I've heard that they're trying to do Cejudo against DJ, maybe TJ Cody too.
I heard
What
that
is
as
going on?
well.
What's happening? What's going
Yeah,
on?
you tell me what's going on is we have an entertainment company buying a martial art fight business, and that's what's going on. And that's why we're dealing with these certain situations. You know, they whatever they spent a couple $1 billion
4
buying the
billion.
place.
4
They're
billion.
trying to make some money back. Yeah,
Yeah.
4 billion. So they're trying to make their money back, right? But they're still putting on good fights and doing a kick-ass job. I just think they need to take another direction and set up the fight with TJ and Demetrius because They must really love Cody. He doesn't deserve a rematch, but the timing for that rematch wasn't good for us either because, again, TJ did just have a baby, and we're trying to focus on the time of having an actual family member together and put the fighting on the back burner and focus on the family for a minute. Plus, it just wasn't the best situation to take a fight that quick for many reasons that I don't have the right to say. I'll say.
Okay. Did he even come to you and talk to you about the, like, was he even open to it or okay. And you
We
gave
talked, he's open. I mean, TJ's a fighter, he'll fight right now. And I'm glad that he's listening to the people around him because we had to come together and make sure that we were being smart about this decision. And again, just like you, we are searching for the fight against Demetrious, and then again, let the 135-pound division build back up for some quality contenders, and then maybe fight someone down the road end of the year for TJ's 135-pound belt.
Does he kind of need to know now? Like, because he does have to cut that extra weight and he's pretty shredded. It's a pretty big change lifestyle wise, right?
Lifestyle wise, no, he's not a big 135 pounder. He has to eat and lift to keep some weight on to cut to 35. So making 25 is not going to be easy, but it's not as hard as people think. Because again, TJ is not a big 135 pounder.
Would you want him
That's why we're going down rather than going up.
Yeah, but you don't want him to stay at 125, right? Let's say he wins. Would you really want him to stay there?
Might as well defend the belt, right? Defend the belt. Maybe have defend 2 belts. He could do it. TJ could do it. That's the thing.
Other than
he's a you know what they call like a tweener. He's basically between the 2 weight classes.
Okay. Other than there's the obvious, like, making history, stopping the streak, all that stuff. Why do you like this matchup from like an actual, martial arts standpoint? Why are you so confident when talking about this fight?
Well, we've trained from day one to be the best, and now we're at that point. I'm saying we, but I put a lot of time into TJ, but I don't want to take anything away from him. But since I've been helping TJ, my main goal and our main goal is to see how good we could get him. Right now, he is the best mixed martial artist that has ever walked to earth. At 135 pounds, Demetrious is the best mixed martial artist that's ever walked to earth at 125. So it's time to meet in the middle, and we'll meet at 125 and see who's the best mixed martial artist. Because for me personally, I am super fascinated with the development and the evolution of the human species, and specifically in the subject of martial arts. So I want to find out exactly how much I know by testing that against Demetrious Johnson, utilizing TJ's skill set as a martial art enthusiast. But then as TJ's coach, I just want to make sure TJ's doing all that he can to be the best that he can be.
You think right now he's the best in the world regardless of weight class?
Yes.
Wow. You think he's better than he was when he first won the belt?
100%.
Is
each and every training session, our strive is to improve, and he improves each and every day. Well, who knocked Cody out in the second round?
Right.
Anybody else?
No.
Yeah. Who ran through Renan Barão twice?
Right.
Right. Yeah. I mean, TJ is on another level. When his mind is right and he's peaked, and he's got some really good people around him now that he did not have around him before that are making a drastic difference. I don't know if they're getting the credit they deserve, but Sam Calavita from the training lab is a genius, and he has TJ in the best shape of his life, and that is transferring over into when we do our sessions. It's just making our sessions even better. So he has the correct people around him to pull out his full potential, and I'm very fascinated to see a human's full potential in, again, the martial art world and spectrum.
And you mentioned that he made a mistake that led to the knockdown in the first. What was that mistake as far as the game plan is concerned?
Well, following in, right? Because the game plan, when somebody who wants to counterfight, you don't attack, you bait it. And we attacked without baiting it, but we made the adjustment in the second round and baited him. So we created the opening. So you and I did an interview years ago, and I asked you, Ariel, if I was in your guard in the jiu-jitsu standpoint and I reach for your throat, you're basically going to do one of two things. You're going to go for an arm bar, or you're going to try to break my posture and pull me down close. If you go for an arm bar, you open the guard, I can just stand up out and pass. So I'm baiting you. And that's what we did in the second round against Cody. We baited him and made him throw what we needed him to throw so we could set his feet and counter him. That was literally trained in the gym, how he knocked him out. And that's what I pride myself on, just being fascinated with those details and dealing with split seconds and fractions of an inch. I mean, I'm just OCD about martial arts. I want to find the correct, most truest path for a human to be successful in the martial art realm, because I mean, that's just what we do. People in all facets, right? We try to find the best, most fastest, easiest way to be successful. We have the smartest, highest definition phones and electronics now. I'm that person for martial arts. Well, I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm doing my best at an OCD level to figure out this rhythm of martial arts.
Can you say right now, unequivocally, this is the fight you guys will try to get? You are not interested in any fight at 135. This is what you're fighting for.
The fight we are most interested in is the fight with Demetrious Johnson.
And do you think it will happen?
I think it'll happen during International Fight Week in July, whatever that date may be.
July 7th.
July 7th, TJ Dillashaw will be the 125-pound champion.
Wow, you heard it here first. Where can people find out about this seminar? Is there a website?
Thank you, sir. Superseminars.com. We'll be at Queens College this weekend. Me and TJ, Sensei Boss Root, and Andy Sauer, Shinzo Machida, and Shane Faison. And the guy who's putting this all together is Sensei Jonathan Ruiz. I'm thankful for that guy for putting this on. And if you guys come out, we'll have a good time. If you say you heard about it from the MMA Hour from Ariel, I'll hook you up.
Thank you, Duane. All the best to you. Great to talk to you. Good luck at the seminar.
I appreciate it, sir. I love your show. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. There he is, the one and only Duane Bang Ludwig stopping by.